Hello. It's one of my favourite times of the year. We're coming into autumn, September. But would you like a little bit of extra colour, or a little bit of extra music, a little bit of extra humour in September? If so, I have got just the thing for you. It's an art readathon. It's called Framed in September. This year's hosts are Hannah from Hannah's Books, Joshua Crebo from Joshua Crebo Reads, Mike at Riffraff's Reading Renaissance. This is our third year doing Framed in September, and we hope you'll come along and be involved this year. And there are very simple ways to take part. There's really two, and there's a bonus. So the first one is to read a book of non-fiction or fiction about art or an artist, a maker, a creator. Could be a fashion designer, could be any kind of art at all. So one book, or even short stories. And secondly, to engage with art. Perhaps maybe going to a museum, visiting a gallery, walking down the street. Sometimes people do this and it's fantastic. Walking along city streets and looking at the murals, things like that. And just engaging with art. Maybe go to a concert, listen to music. Maybe buy yourself a new CD. Watch a new film and report back on it. Just engage with some kind of art form. And the bonus, well, I hope you don't find this that it's not off-puttingly challenging, because it's not, okay? And it's to make something. Now, before people start to freak out and say, I'm no Picasso, which is the classic answer, almost the point I wonder if Picasso said it himself, I'm no Picasso. But yeah, we all have a creativity in the way we live our lives. We choose music to listen to in the car or when we're travelling. We read books, of course, and look at art, maybe. There's any book we read usually has some kind of cover art, and sometimes that can put us off a book or make us really keen to buy it. And we make our homes wherever we're living, whether small or large. We choose what colour to put in the walls. We possibly look at other people's ideas in interior decorating magazines or Pinterest or something else, and we're engaging with the whole world of design. I mean, even the chair I'm sitting on, the chair you're sitting on, if you're sitting in one, has been designed by somebody carefully, and every part of it has some kind of aesthetic function. It's designed to look like something, and as well as the function of holding somebody while they're sitting on it comfortably. So we are surrounded by design. We're surrounded by things when we're in our living spaces. Maybe you collect things. Maybe you collect kinds of jugs, or I know I have a collection of mugs informally. It's nothing that's worth insuring, but every single mug is slightly different, and I love them. Just the way we live our lives, the way we dress, the colours we wear, choices we make. Maybe we make our own clothes, maybe we knit, maybe we sew. I'm trying to just convey to you that this is incredibly broad. It doesn't have to be highbrow and difficult, but if today's the day that you think, yes, I want to actually try opera for the first time, go for it. This is really wide open. And in terms of the making, it's completely bonus, so you can ignore that if you want to, but I would encourage you to do it, because in getting engaged in an art form that you like, no matter how basic, no matter if you're playing piano with one finger, you're still starting to understand what it's like for people who are professional, or how the art form works, what's best. It's just practically getting to know it and feeling it's something partly achievable by yourself at an easy level when you're beginning. So what can we do? Well, Steve Donahue has given us some videos in the past on how to sketch the room you're in. Unsurprisingly, there's a lot of detail on how to sketch bookshelves. But if you're an avid reader, like many of us are on BookTube, then that's delightful. You do want to know how to do that. And also we have had a Creel Reader's thesis has worked with taking Polaroid pictures, photographs during the month. Often people vlog, and that's delightful. This year, for myself, I would want to be giving you some new videos. In the past I did one on how to write your own first draft of poetry, so you might want to check that out if words interest you. This year I want to, ideally, time permitting and so forth, to do some little video about how to do mail art. That's an M-A-I-L, art you mail through the post. And it can be as simple as designing your own postcard and sending it to a friend. You could even write a short story in the back if you could do flash fiction for maybe about 100 words, who knows. But just getting used to playing with postcards on small scale, no big deal, with paints that you've got lying around the house, felt tips, pen, ink, that kind of thing. And we can do something for that. We can also work with a little bit of collage, where if you've got the weekend newspaper left over, we can do something with that as well. And another thing is, I wonder if you'd be interested in coming along with me to put a new soundtrack on an old silent movie. And that is simply having access to a silent movie. It could be a short silent movie. In my case, I came across a particular feature one I like, and I just began listening to music I already had personally, and then saying what would fit with this scene. And I did a whole length movie with some new music, and it was fascinating. So I'll be sharing about that, and hopefully that'll inspire you as well. And if you remember the old system of mixtapes, or you make your own playlists with your music you've downloaded, then it's actually well achievable for you. So those are the things I'm thinking about. This year's hosts, we've had a slight changeover because, as always with YouTube, there are some people whose lives get busier, or for different reasons they step back for a wee while. So we have temporarily, unfortunately, lost Elisabeth of Bookings and Books, who started us all off. But I know she'll be cheering us on from the sidelines, and you can see her past videos, which are wonderful. And also Lindy of Lindy's Magpie Reads, who is not with us this year actively in terms of co-hosting, but I know she will be interested in what's going on. And her past videos do things like take us on a vlogged textile retreat, just utter treats. She's fantastic and so wonderful, especially in the area of textiles. So we've got 2 new hosts this year, so then that brings in some slight variety, which is always good to have fresh voices and fresh ideas as well. We've got Mike from Riff Raff's Reading Renaissance coming to us from South Africa, and we've got Joshua Crebo coming to us from Canada. So those will be interesting to see. Joshua did a fantastic vlog where he walked us through his own hometown, I think it was Calgary, and showed us mosaics, murals on walls in the city, and commented on how he hadn't really noticed them so much until he went to make the vlog. And that's part of the delight of what we're doing in this art readathon. Art giving us a chance to pause and look, notice things more in their beauty, whether it's something every day, something we make, something someone else has made in the past. And I encourage you to think of it as something that can be really close to what you're interested in. What do you collect? Maybe it's, if you love reading biographies, there's many excellent biographies of artists who tended to live quite dramatic lives, shall we say. So there's plenty to read there. Biography is your bag. History, of course, history of art, history of architecture, buildings, countries, cultures, that could be of interest to you. Other genres, maybe mysteries. Well, there will be, in every life there's a certain degree of mystery, and some people, you could look back on that. If you like crime, then obviously there's always crime in the art world. There's thefts and mysteries like the Isabella Gardner Museum, and who stole those pictures, and where are they now, and will they ever be recovered, things like that. So I think there's something to go alongside of whatever you're interested in. Maybe if you like science fiction, fantasy, what kind of art is attached to that? How do the book covers look? and maybe you have got posters from films you particularly like, and that's a collection you can talk about, think more about, read more about, examine more about, and we would just love to hear that. So think broadly about art, whether it's sound, something you touch, something you see, or mixture of all of those, and craft and design, obviously, we're counting that as art, performance as well, and bring what you have and is interesting you to the table and watch the others who are doing that. I'm going to use the hashtag framed in September, and in fact there's a playlist of what was done in previous years where people have used that hashtag framed in September, and if you just type that into YouTube search, you'll be able to find plenty of good things from the past. Oh, and by the way, if you like graphic novels, well, this is perfect for you. Or if you're interested in a book that has transferred into film, that's something you could have a look at in September. The Odyssey springs to mind, of course, but there's many, many, many others, and that can be fun to think about and research. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to do, and I'm going to try, along with my co-hosts, and give you lots of little videos in September and coming up to it to inspire you with choices, things you can do, and prompts and things maybe you can make as well, and I hope you'll enjoy that. So if you've got a little booklet that's been handed out to you, or there's a website on what is happening locally with arts in September, give it a look. Is there something to see or something to take part in? And then you could even make something from that. So say you go to see a performance of a play, to come back and make a little zine where you, like a little tiny booklet on things you remember from that play, or something else on the same theme. So you can use it to spark your own creativity. So I hope you're going to have a fantastic time in September. I'm looking forward to it. So are my co-hosts. And I will see you as we go along through this adventure together. All the best, and bye for now.